is 3, and as it bites and sinks its long choppers into your neck area, it does also kind of get an advantage of you and on you, and it does slash a couple times with its claws. So I've got some negative modifiers as well to put in with the claw attacks. So a 14. Does a 14 hit on Garn?
No, 17.
Okay, sounds good. So the first claw attack misses, and then the second claw attack is even worse. It's a 12. So just the bite, and the bite hits you for 3 damage. And that is all this Merlock's going to do. Now it's back up to Garn at the top of the order.
Garn is basically just going to smash the one that she's bitten.
Sorry guys, I'm not able to really read chat, but thank you guys for all the kind words. You guys are great.
Oh, man.
That is a 13, almost a hit, but you think you're it's barely a miss. Basically, you know you think you're going to be able to clobber him, and then at the last second he kind of dodges out of the way of your attack. So
okay, if I move from here, will he get an attack of opportunity?
No. Now, if you stay within his 5-foot reach, you're fine. As far as I remember of 3.5. Like I said, I'm not too versed, but as long as you stay within the creature's 5-foot radius, I'm not going to give you an attack of opportunity. So no. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right or not, because like I said, I'm not too versed at 3.5. So, but yeah, you can move in one more if you want to get closer to this Murloc down here. I'm not going to give you an attack of opportunity. Now, if we were playing 4th edition, yeah, you would take one, but we're not.
And then I'd be flanked as well, wouldn't I?
Yep. Almost. You'd almost be flanked.
Yeah. No, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. All right. So we have another.
Sorry, is a feat basically used as a standard action? Yeah.
A feat, yeah, it would be actually.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Yep. All right. So this. The Duel of the Mages here. This Murloc down here, he is basically, unlike the other ones, they don't have any weapons. This guy has sort of like a giant fishbone staff, and it looks like a huge, you know, on a piece of wood, of course, it looks like there's a huge skeletal fish on here. And he does take his staff and whirl around a few times, and he throws another bolt back at the mage because he's pretty pissed off. Even though he landed on his feet, he was knocked off the tower, so he's going to attack you again there.
He seems to have a problem with short people.
He does. He's going for Bixen. So you're going to take another minimum damage of 2. So if you guys don't know how to, I should have probably told you guys this to begin with the game, but if you guys don't know how to deduct your hit points, yeah, you just click the circle and just do minus the number and then hit enter. So you just got to make sure you hit enter because it executes the formula. So, all right, so you take another 2 damage, and I'm going to go ahead and move over a square as well. And as you look to the south, you can see there's another one of these Merlocks carrying another one of these similar types of staff, but that's the one that's the most furthest away. Alright, so next is the Druid. So you're up, sis. I'll just call you Guy. How about that? I'll just call you Guy.
That'd be wonderful. I'm gonna haul it down to here. I'd like to move down to there and attack.
Like I said, guys, in the stream, very laid back. It's just to have fun. I'm not really worried about attacks of opportunity and all that stuff.
And a question for you, Dave. My
Sure.
bonus to hit is +1. Do I get an extra 2 for the whisper?
You get a +2 to damage, so you won't get the +2 to hit. It's only to the attack bonus. So if you do hit, you'll do an additional 2.
Okay, I've made my move.
Well, you can still hit though. You get a movement action, and you can also attack. And you've only moved about 15 feet, so you can still attack.
I'm going to attack the one I just that I just pinged.
Sounds good.
1d20 plus 1.
Yep. And that is a miss, unfortunately. Oh, I just noticed you got a one of those crazy avatars from Avatar.
There it is.
An
You got him
avatar.
right, dead right.
Avatar. I was like, wow, touche, right? Here's your sign, Dave.
Oh, that's a wood elf.
It is. All right, so we're up to this Murloc down here, and it looks like he's ignoring you, Guy, and it looks like he's ignoring the dwarf, and it looks like he's kind of running back towards the back.
Excellent. Everybody wants some of the piece of me.
All right, so he thinks that his other Murloc friends are going to take care of the gnome, so he is going to attack the hand crossbow wielder back here, Grabaka. So
It was only a matter of time before they realized
Where the threat was really coming from.
So as this Murloc runs up to you, he kind of stumbles as he runs up, and he lashes out to bite you, and you're able to kind of duck out of the way. So he does miss you with his bite. All right. So next up is the other mage that moves up, gets a vantage point, and he actually unleashes a bolt as well on our gnomish friend in the very back. And you take another minimum damage of 2. And you've been hit
Lucky.
3 times and been hit for 6 damage. How many hit points do you have left? You're probably, what,
8.
about half life now, probably?
I'm at 8 out of 14.
That's not too bad. Especially for being hit 3 times.
I shout to the Merlocks, yeah, you're a piece of this, baby. And I just kind of wiggle my hips in front of them.
Yeah, baby, that's Randy, baby. Alright, Grabaka.
Baby.
Alright, it says that I can do a 5-foot step
Yep.
without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Sure can.
I'm assuming if I attack with a ranged weapon in melee, this is not a good thing. So,
Definitely not.
I'm going to take a 5-foot step away from this disgusting creature.
He's really slimy, you notice that, actually.
And then I'm going to take aim at him, because he offends me.
Fire away. You may fire when ready.
This sounds like a prejudice joke. I'm gonna shoot somebody because
This
they
is a 13.
offend me.
13 is barely a miss.
Oh, snap.
Yep. You guys have got to do 14s.
Alright, then I suppose that's it for my
That's
turn.
it. Alright, Bixen, you're up now.
Does dropping
Your
a
robe
weapon
is starting
and-
to smolder a little bit as well from the orbs that keep blasting into you. You've got 3 scorch marks on your robe.
Please, you make it seem like he wasn't meant to live. Can I drop and pull out a weapon as a free action?
Sure. No problem at all. You can do that.
He's gonna,
Not another stick.
yes, he's pulling out another stick. He's gonna move 5 feet this way. And he's gonna cast a moon glaive
That's right,
on
moon
that
him!
guy.
Oh, you strike him. Oh, wow. You throw that stick like someone
No, I'm
throwing out
hitting him
a...
with a moon glaive.
Oh, with the moon... Oh, I thought you said you were throwing a stick.
No, I'm throwing the moon glaive.
Okay. Oh, that's what you were throwing. The first Moonglaive hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Alright. He is incapacitated. Your Moonglaive swipes down and his head plops off.
I'm going to hit the next guy who tried to fire a bolt at me.
Okay. That's a hit as well. He's probably incapacitated. Depends on what you roll for damage, but he is incapacitated. Ooh.
And I say, have some of that, you cheeky goddess knights.
Want to do any movements or anything?
I've already did my 5 movements.
Yeah, that's right. You did
away.
your 5. That's right. All right. So it looks like the Murloc is going to continue to attack the dwarf. 15 versus armor class, which is a miss. You basically just take your shield and just kind of bash him back a little bit. Sort of like, when you take that little kid or your son as he's trying to fight with you, and you just kind of hold him back a little bit with your, and he's swinging his
On the top
arms.
of his head?
Yeah, exactly. That's basically
He's
what it's
swinging
like.
underneath.
Let me at him. Let me at him. All right, Garn. You just basically bounce this Murloc off of your shield.
I'm going to hopefully bounce him with my hammer this time. That's the idea anyway.
I love it.
Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus.
You don't seem to be hitting anything.
Yeah.
Can I have one of those? Can I have one of those sticks?
Sure.
Just don't throw it at me. You'll probably kill me.
You think that the
Really?
Murloc's kind of laughing at you a little bit.
Oh, well, I spit in his face again.
All right. What's up, Guy? It's your turn.
I'm just red. I can't hit anything. But I'm going to hit him again.
This is fun. This group's really been fun tonight. You smashed him. You smashed him with your
Nice.
staff. So don't forget to add your +2 to damage as well because of the Battle Whisper shout. The Battle Whisper.
Huh. What am I looking at for damage with that?
Let's see. Your damage would be with the glaive. It would be 2d4 plus your damage modifier, which I think would just be the 2.
2d4 plus 2 coming up.
That's it. That's actually pretty nice damage for a glaive. I wish they would do more large weapons, like the two-handed axe and sword. I wish they would give them, like, instead of a 1d12, give them like a 2d6, give them a minimum of 2 damage. It is a large weapon. That's what, if I engineered a game, it would be, like maybe a 3d4 or 2d6, but that's just me. But anyways, your glaive, you actually, he wasn't expecting your blow. He thought that you were on one of the other Merlocks, and you actually take your moon glaive and kill him. He is incapacitated. You slice the back of his neck. He starts to spew blood everywhere, and as he gurgles the last amount of life out of him. Sorry,
I
not
whispered
trying to be too
myself,
descriptive.
thank goodness. I thought I was going to have to get the mage to roll for me.
All right, so you have this Murloc here. He's going to engage. He's going to engage the. He doesn't like this this human shooting these little darts at him, so he's going to attack Grobika again.
I stare him down.
Ooh, and he misses again. This is a clumsy Murloc. He thought he had the upper hand on you, and to no avail, he sucked. So now you're
Hey,
up.
Grubik, do you want a stick?
I got a stick right here, and I
Oh,
switch
yes.
to my sickle.
That
All
doesn't
right.
look like a stick to me.
So I changed to my sickle, and I slash out at the Murloc.
Attack away.
Oh!
Oh my gosh, another crit? We're going to
Another
just start
20.
calling you Crit Machine. I
Feeling
would
all my hits.
I would usually say something that I say to my other players, but I usually say, hey, nice crits. Never mind.
I got your crits right here. Alright, so I roll 2d6, and then add my bonus to that.
Yeah, don't forget to add
make
that
it
too. He hasn't taken any damage yet either, this Murloc. Grabica. Oh, you one-shot this Murloc. Holy crap. It's like a level 20 going into Elwyn Forest and just shooting the bow and killing everything with 1,000 damage. There you go. This Murloc is dead. All 5 of your foes are incapacitated and vanquished. Nice
Do a
job.
little dance.
So I am going to go over to these 2 Merlock mages, and I am going to hit them with my stick repeatedly and say, "Take that,
Give
and
him
that,
one
and
for the
that."
road. Give him a couple for the road. Nice.
I'm going to keep hitting them until somebody stops me.
I
And
also
that.
mutilate my body.
I'm just gonna stand and laugh at the gnome, and I'll search the 2 bodies that are just next to me.
All right, so you guys find
I'm
a
going to
little bit of
move next
coin.
to that mage, Dixon, and I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on you.
Ooh, nice.
And then suddenly I feel calm and at ease, and I say, thank you very much, friend.
You feel a
My
nice
robes.
soothing sensation come over you.
Berserker
robes.
gnome mage.
They definitely look worse than I do.
Nice job on that, guys and gals.
I think I got a little Murloc on my cloak there.
Ugh,
I bet you did, baby. Wink, wink.
slimy.
I'm okay, I don't even need to clean off my weapon. And I had nothing.
So can I
definitely-
actually inspect the bonefish staffs? They look curious.
You can take one. They're miniature staves. Well, they would be perfect for you though.
Yes, guys. Guys. If I take both of them, I'll have one as a walking stick and one as a throwing stick. I am taking both of them.
You can take both of them. They don't have any armor. They had a couple pouches. Basically,
Any trinkets?
no, not on them. They had a couple maybe little shells, kind of like shell necklaces, and you could probably maybe pawn them off to maybe a vendor or somewhere in a town. But
I like to take tokens off those bodies that I slay, so I'll take some of those little shells.
Murloc teeth.
ooh,
Could you perhaps add another slot so that he does have the bonefish staffs?
I will actually add that on that character sheet. I will
Thank you.
add it on there for sure, for future players.
They will appreciate the sacrifices I made.
They will. So at first glance, you don't see any other Murlocs in this area because plus you guys kind of scouted out before you advanced in. Now, as for the Merlocks across the way, there's none. You don't see that they noticed what's going on. None of the Merlocks escaped. So you guys basically have free reign to kind of look around. You see a lot of barrels and bags and sacks that actually say lumber camp on them.
I'm going to head down to the cage.
That Eastvale logging stamp with the 2 axes that are crossed.
I'm gonna rummage around the tents down here to see if they've got any gold.
You find a couple gold. You find between what's on the Merlocks and they have a couple small, I would say, altars that kind of worship King Murgle. You find probably about 20 gold between everything, which is
King
pretty
Mergle,
nice.
you say?
Yeah, it's like a little coral statue that's been carved.
So, I tap the dwarf on the shoulder and I say, "Here, do you want to see a real magic trick?" Alright, so I put it down. I lift up my robe and pee on it.
God.
Oh,
Right.
really, man?
Mercy.
I hate Merlocks.
Guess we're
Okay.
not playing that one.
I'm going to head to the cage. Are the 2 guys in the cage, or whoever it is in the cage, alive.
User in your channel timed
You
out.
see a little stream of pee, sort of like a syringe type of stream.
Oh.
Poor gnome.
This is what it's descended to.
Want to join my guild?
Oh, no.
Indeed.
I am not ashamed.
Oi,
Yep.
Neil, Bob, y'all right over there?
Actually, as you guys look at them, it looks like they've been beat up pretty bad. Looks like the Merlocks have been, poking the bears in the cage, I guess you could say. And they've got some cut. They're cut up pretty good. There's a lock on there. You guys are able to smash the lock.
Yeah.
And they tell you that there's more Merlocks and they're on the island, but it's obvious. I mean, but they seem a little out of it actually. And it is a real small cage, so they haven't been fed. They haven't had any water, and they say that they've been here for about 3 days now. They were working on just cutting down lumber throughout the forest, and all of a sudden they were just basically ransacked by a bunch of Merlocks, and they ended up being stuffed here in this cage.
Be able to walk? Are you guys okay to walk?
They say, oh yeah, we think we could make it back.
Oi,
we
healer.
could get back.
Our goods need to be a little less damaged if we're gonna get our reward. I think. And
I think I'm gonna go to Goldshire and go see Thomas for some of that fine Goldshire stew. Oh, that's gonna really hit the spot.
Hey,
maybe some rock wings. Yeah, that's it.
We don't need to get these
Lumberjack
guys
guy.
back to the logging camp.
Yeah, they said they can make it if you're going to hang out here or do whatever, that they can actually make it back to the camp themselves, and then they
Hey, lumberjack guy.
they despawn. Yeah. You know how on all those damn escort quests, when you get done
man.
escorting them, they kind of run off a
They
little
just
bit and then disappear. Yeah, that's
And say, could you not have done that when you were in the middle of the camp? And it made it a lot easier.
so that's basically it. They get right past that second tent there, and boom, they just vanish.
Stealth. They had stealth all along. Man.
quite the magic there.
Guys,
I could learn a thing or two from that stealthy.
if you're hungry, I managed to save some of the stew from Thomas.
You
I don't know
fill
about you.
you filled his water skin up with a stew. You just drink
Yes.
it. Nice.
Yes, dwarf.
There's lots
Stew
of
for
crates
you.
and boxes. There's tents. Well, I guess you could call them tents. Sure, they're living quarters.
Can I
The gnome could fit in them. He could sleep in one of those.
gnome hunting across the river lake?
Don't kick the gnome.
Can I look through the camp and see if there's any other trinkets that might interest one of my persuasion?
Sure. How about everybody give me a spot check, actually? That would be good.
I'll quaff down the water skin of stew.
Mm.
No problem.
It's actually getting me
Meaty.
kind of hungry.
Oh,
Your
come on.
wing comment earlier got me real hungry.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
That is... Yeah, it was actually... Those are really good wings. Holy crap.
+3.
They actually put like chunks of pineapple on the wings for the Hawaiian style. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
I don't suppose I can do something other than a spot check. I got a +0 in that. Can I do a search? I at least get a +1?
You can do search, sure. Search
Alright,
spot.
I'm searching.
Whatever's best for you guys. I'm easy, so...
If you're letting us do search, can you add a
Wouldn't
2
matter.
onto
Won't
mine?
won't. Do what now?
If you're letting us do search, can I have a +2 onto mine for my intelligence? So it'd be 13.
Well, the bonuses should have already been added in for all of the skills.
It's because I rolled spot instead of search.
Oh, you can roll either or. I'm not really too picky about it. Not for a game like this, and I'm not picky, so.
I'd prefer my search.
So, Guy, you find something of interest. You find a small little, looks like a sort of like a bag, a sort of like a mail parcel.
I'm going to open the bag and look in the bag, of course.
All right. So, you open this up and you notice that this is actually written in common. And it's a letter, and it says, "My Merlock friends, please help keep the Lumbermill and Goldshire busy as I conduct business as usual. Your work will not go unnoticed." And there's a signature. It says Goldtooth.
And him again.
Signed with a paw?
Not with a paw. That's Augur. Now, so now you guys found out that why are they wanting to keep Goldshire and the Vale, the lumber company busy? Something's definitely going on here. These potions. There's a lot of things going on here. So that's what you find. That's basically the only thing that was really of any significance. Besides, more shells. Basically, tribute to King Mergle.
The plot thickens and perhaps congeals, just like the stew Vixen brought along.
Oh yes, this is lovely stew.
Okay,
Still
so
sucking it out of his mustache.
I twiddle my mustache, feel a piece of beef on it, and then I eat it.
oh, we're gonna head to the logging camp and see if we can get our
reward?
Well, that's one word to describe it.
We saved the guy.
We did.
They
Guys.
should reward us.
I think, as further proof, we should take one of the Merlocks' heads.
You could do that. I'm sure he would probably
Big
appreciate a trophy. Maybe post it up on a pike on the outer rim of the lumber camp to kind of
That's the
intimidate
idea.
the other Merlocks.
Guys.
Yeah.
If we take all the heads and put them on pikes outside the camp, it would help to scare them away for future attacks.
Hang one on the nose of the dwarven ram.
Ooh, I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Guys, I like
love
this
it.
idea. Let's go take some heads.
Alright, well, you guys are getting the head. I'm gonna go get the reward.
Getting heads, you say?
I'm not letting the rogue out my sight. No chance.
So you guys get back to the lumber camp.
No chance.
Forward a little bit.
You're
Oh,
a
I'm
filthy
sorry.
person, you are. This is a PG show.
We just dump
I don't know.
a
I
sack of
say
heads.
some pretty crazy things sometimes. So.
I plead the fifth.
Have you ever killed people with sticks?
I know you
Twigs.
used the pointy end.
Well, now I have so many sticks that I'm in heaven.
So you guys get back to the logging camp. Actually, Supervisor Raylan actually meets you at the end of the camp. They were waiting for you. Neil and Bob said that you guys were probably going to be back on your way pretty soon, and he welcomes you back to the camp and thanks you. And you can see that both Neil and Bob's are pretty much embracing their kids. Their other family that also live at the lumber camp as well. So seems like you guys have made some new allies with the lumber camp.
Well, since he has kids there, Vixen is going to hide the Merlock heads he's dragging behind him.
Ooh.
He doesn't want to scare the kids.
I don't know, those Humes, they can be rather bloodthirsty. They may like that.
Supervisor Raylan kind of points at himself. Is that for me? Is that for me?